Two men dressed as police walked in. The art was never seen again. At first, it looked like one strange detail in an otherwise ordinary night. The case file starts in Boston, Massachusetts, United States, where the timeline seems simple until investigators compare the evidence against the clock. In March 1990, two men disguised as police officers entered the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston. That timestamp mattered because it created the first pressure point in the investigation. The thieves tied up museum guards and stole 13 works of art. Investigators treated that as the first sign that the person involved understood the location, the camera angles, and the routine. The stolen works included pieces by Vermeer, Rembrandt, Degas, and Manet. That was when the case changed from a simple report into a full investigation. Detectives reconstructed the movements minute by minute, looking for what happened before the obvious moment, not after it. The FBI has described the theft as one of the largest property crimes in history. The scene did not look chaotic. That was the problem. It looked controlled, almost arranged, like someone wanted investigators to follow one path. The museum still displays empty frames where some of the missing works once hung. The evidence created three questions: who had access, who knew the timing, and who benefited from the confusion. When investigators checked the timeline again, the most important clue was not what appeared on camera. It was what disappeared from the record. One witness statement conflicted with the physical evidence, but only by a few minutes. In a case like this, a few minutes can change everything. The phone records, camera gaps, and small objects left behind all pointed to planning rather than panic. That made investigators focus less on strangers and more on someone who knew exactly how the night should look from the outside. The case status remained unsolved. Artworks remained missing, but the strongest evidence pointed back to timing, access, and motive. Status: unsolved. Artworks remain missing. The most unsettling part is that the biggest clue was hiding in plain sight the entire time. If the timeline is right, then the critical move happened before anyone realized a crime had taken place. That is why this case still feels wrong. The evidence does not scream. It whispers, and once you notice the missing detail, the whole story turns in a different direction. Which clue would you follow first? The camera gap, the timeline, the object left behind, or the person who knew too much? Comment your theory. Subscribe to Crime Division for more case files.